I'm working in leadership roles or a manager, senior manager, architect, or a administrator, or someone who is not a developer or not a coder. But when I'm appearing or applying for the AI related jobs or upskilling into AI, everyone is talking about Python. Should I learn Python? And if yes, what should I be learning and why I should be learning? That is a question I get repetitively. And this is also the question was transitioning myself from working as an cloud infrastructure as a data engineer, data architect, and when was transitioning a couple of years back into AI, machine learning, those sort of things, job roles as an architect, as a senior leader. What should I be learning Python, and if yes, what level? That's a question I had myself was. So I bought an expert talking exactly the same point, and once hear from him what you should be, if you're learning, what you should be learning, and why every employer is looking for Python, and at what level at the level you are or the position you're applying for. So listen to this audio, and then later I'm going to bring my view and my feedback, what I have done so far, what has helped me being a non-developer, non-coder into getting some of the best paid jobs in AI. So listen and we'll talk. I'll come back. If you're new to this channel, my name is Atul. I have close to 2.5 decades of IT experience. Last 10-15 years all about latest technologies like cloud, multi-cloud, containers, Kubernetes, and these days last 4-5 years in all about AI, machine learning, generative AI, agentic AI. And I've gone from earning less than $100 to now charging 400, 500, 700, now in excess £1,000 a day here in the UK. And I've helped hundreds and thousands of Indians like you to learn or upskill on. So with that, let's look at the video and I'll come back my view and my feedback.
For folks who are not going to really do the things hands-on in their future roles or current roles, okay? When I say hands-on, like really sitting down, writing the code to build the solutions, those roles like more of project managers or even product managers, solution architects, stakeholders, business decision makers kind of thing. So these are 4-5 roles which involve least implementation knowledge, I would say, right? For them, the knowledge of Python should be bare minimum in the sense they should be able to run the codes. That's it. You don't have to sit down and write whatever codes that we will be providing you during the session. You don't have to really understand line by line what is happening at all. At a block, at a high level, okay, this code is used for this code is used for that. Why am I using this framework? Why am I using this workflow? So your question should be why related rather than what related. Okay, why should I bother about this? How is this code running is the worst question for you. Okay, because that is not the intention for you to, that is not going to help you in the long run because that was never your intention to even learn. So that's okay, completely fine. But why is this needed? Can I do it in a different way? Okay, do I need to exactly follow this sequence? What happens if I change the sequence? So those kind of logical questions is more important for you, and because these are the questions that will be asked even in the interviews, right? So I tell you that these are the 4 steps. Maybe a logical question is why exactly these 4 steps? What if I take something additional? So, okay, moral of the story is Python is needed only to run the codes and see the outputs. Now that is very, very important, and that itself is going to be the game changer. Reason, unless you see something happening, imagining will not help. Okay, when you are asking your team to build something, you should know what to expect. If you have never seen that beforehand, you would never know what to expect when your team is actually implementing. Okay, so that is the second reason. Third reason, when you have these codes and you are able to run, you would also get slowly motivated to experiment. Now experimentation, not in terms of writing the code, experimentation in, let's say, if I change some parameter 5 to 10, what really happens? Because that thought process will really be guiding factor for your team and the potential solution that you will architect. Because then you say, in my experience, when I had taken the parameter as 5, this is what I had got. So rather than, giving academic answers, when you are defending yourself in the interviews, you can always use this word. In my experience, whenever I have used this, see, they are not expecting you to sit and code, but that very phrase, in my experience, whenever I have used this or whenever I, use that framework, that changes the game. Okay, that shows that you have really got a level of knowledge that you can profess. Okay, you don't have to really sit down, do all these codes, but yes, implementation The team will do, agreed. But knowing what is happening is very important. Number two, okay, knowing what to expect in that code is also very important. And number three, last point, why is that logically being done that way? Okay. And a bonus question, what is the business problem this code is solving? That is the most powerful question for you guys. Okay. This is the lab. Where will I use this in my business? I mean, you can very straightforward, bluntly ask these kind of questions. And that is the only takeaway for you guys.
That was our expert who coaches AI in a leadership roles, as an architect roles, or senior advisor, senior who would like to transition into AI. Now, to my background, as I said, I'm not a developer, I'm not a coder, but I worked on a lot of organizations as an architect, as a senior leadership roles, implementing these things. So I don't have Python. And in fact, when I started my journey, I was nervous learning Python. And what I've realized now is that what employers expect is to have an idea about related libraries and frameworks. So if you have the basic libraries, idea about which library you'll be implementing, what frameworks you'll be using from Python point of view, and if you hit any problems, how do you troubleshoot, or at least go and look for or talk your developers and coders in their language. So basic understanding of libraries, frameworks like LangChain, LangGraph, latest other frameworks related to which makes your AI, generative AI, agentic AI these days, and machine learning easy to implement, or LLM based applications to implement. That's all you need for related to Python. I hope that makes sense. If you need any help, if you're struggling to find a job in it or transition into AI, as I said, I've helped hundreds and thousands of individuals like you. If you need any help, just below this video, there'll be a form, and I'll see you in another video.